Hey, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs and any water sign for the week of November 10th through the 17th. Thanks to all of you who have subscribed and made comments and liked. I really appreciate that. Here is going to be your weekly reading, and we have a full moon coming up on the 12th, so in Taurus, so it would be a good idea on 11/11 to set those intentions if you haven't already been doing that over the weekend. And again, we don't live our lives by full moons or certainly by the Mercury retrograde that's been in effect since Halloween. I would suggest if you are, if you're into that kind of thing, that's okay, but I would suggest definitely being intentional about raising your vibration, recognizing when you're having negative thoughts and replacing those with positive thinking immediately. I've been watching a lot of Joe Dispenza lately, and if you haven't heard of him, he's got a really great documentary series on Gaia TV called Rewired, and he's a scientist. He's actually a doctor, but he's has a lot of training in neuroscience and explains the connection between our thoughts and our feelings and how all of that manifests into our 3D reality. So for those of you that are into manifesting, he would also be a good resource. So here we go. We will start off here with Cancer for this week and move on through Scorpio and Pisces for Cancer. All right. Okay. Well, a lot of earth in this one, so it could definitely be, if you're dealing with an earth sign, this could definitely be for you. See Cancer here too, and at the bottom of the deck you have the World. So certainly could be something where you've completed some kind of a cycle. So you start off with the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. So money, and historically looks like it was very solid. You had possibly, if it's about a relationship or if it's even a work situation, was very stable, very balanced, but maybe not the most exciting situation. And so what I think happened is somebody got looking for some excitement or wondering what else is out there. Your current energy, though, I just think you're you're incredibly closed off, actually. I mean, you can't really have more closed off energy than these together. So if this is you and you are wondering how come the things that I want in my reality aren't coming, this would be, in part, could be why. Now with the Hermit and the 4 of Swords, those aren't necessarily negative cards. You could be working on yourself and investing in yourself. So maybe you're doing a lot of meditation and maybe even going to a therapist. Those would be very good things to be doing. So if you're thinking, no, I'm working on ascending to that higher level of consciousness, that's a good thing. It's more that 4 of Pentacles is the part of this that comes across as just not being very open. So again, that's at the beginning, so it possibly could be that you're also leaving that energy too. But whatever you are going to have, whatever you're looking to do, you're going to have success for sure, whether it's this week or within the next couple of months with the Chariot and the 6 of Wands here. Definitely you have victory, success, forward movement coming in. So that looks very good. Yeah, so you may be thinking too, if you were, at some point, if there's an opportunity to kind of take a leap of faith, I would definitely say the cards are telling you, or Spirit is telling you to do that, because it won't be anything that would be a negative outcome for sure. You do have the Ace of Swords, so a new beginning. Could be too if you've had something where you have not had communication. You're definitely getting communication with the Chariot and the Ace of Swords there. And then underneath it all, I mentioned you have the World here. So that's definitely completing a cycle with a new cycle beginning. Could indicate travel too with the Chariot and the World together, both major arcana cards. So if you're thinking about planning a trip, that should be something that is a lot of fun for you. You know, you're coming into a prosperous time either way. So I would definitely say if travel is on the agenda, that would be a good thing to continue to pursue. So here is your Louise Hay Life Loves You card. I will follow my joy. Your thoughts influence the kind of day you'll have. Name 3 ways you could make today even more enjoyable than you thought it was going to be. So that's a perfect card for this, I think. So it looks very good for you guys, Cancer. And we'll go on to Scorpio here next. All right, Scorpio. Okay. You have the 4 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Devil. So it could have been a Capricorn for sure, because you have fire, plus you do have the Devil. You've got the Hierophant, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, King of Swords. Interesting. Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man. Very interesting. So, you know, it may have been a relationship, even something like a commitment, like a long-term commitment, like a marriage with this. The Wheel of Fortune, though, tends to bring things into your favor. So, you know, it's possible that there was just not the right timing for this level of commitment, and it's possible that it didn't go in that direction, and it's coming back around to you. With the Devil, that can be definitely an obsessive type of energy, so it's possible somebody's doing some spying on you. Maybe somebody from the past that's wondering what you're up to. Now with the Hierophant here, that's the counterpart to the High Priestess, and that's Earth energy too. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and the Hierophant has to do with, you know, running the distance, stability, commitment. Could definitely, like I said, be somebody from the past who's coming back around, who felt like they really missed an opportunity with you, Scorpio. And I think they're going to move heaven and earth to try to get this back together. I think they are feeling a lot of regret here, and I actually think this is them. So with that 10 of Wands, I think they're going to put in a lot of effort, and it's going to be in a very obvious way. Again, that's a cycle ending too, so that's where I think the communication is coming, especially with this King of Swords here. So this will be somebody who will be very clear in communication. There won't be any games or confusion or wondering what they're thinking. It's going to be definitely a more mature relationship if it's somebody from the past. And the Queen of Wands, this certainly could be you, but whoever this is, they're going to be somebody who takes action and, you know, definitely knows what they want, isn't confused at all. I definitely see a lot of clarity for you. Now, with it ending in the Hanged Man, you know, it's possible that you won't make a decision right away on this, that you'll get an offer, but you're not going to be completely sold on it, and will give yourself some time. I don't see this as, you know, there's no Knights here where there's an energy where it's just rushing in out of nowhere. I think it's going to be more of a meticulous, well thought out, well planned out kind of an effort. So, you know, potentially, I don't see work really here, but let's say it is. I think if that's the case, you know, it'll definitely go in your favor, but it will be a bit of a process. There's just not a lot of like really quick moving energy coming towards you. Your Louise Hay card here. I open my mind and say yes to life. Life is inviting you to experience a whole new level of happiness, healing, prosperity, success, and love. So that's a really nice card for the week ahead for you too. All right, let's see what is going on with Pisces here. All right, Pisces. Okay. Okay, interesting, because you have the 2 of Pentacles right next to the 2 of Swords. Okay, you've got Death. Could be a Scorpio you were dealing with here. Another 2, and then ending with the Empress. Interesting. So, you know, in the past, you can tend to be kind of indecisive, and I think you weren't really sure which direction to head in. And you kind of just took this leap of faith and went with one decision. And I think overall you felt good about it, like you were headed in the right direction with this Ace of Wands. It may have been a new beginning with someone, but I think there's been something that's happened here that's led to some confusion and just a lot of overthinking. So there's kind of like this little ping pong match going on inside your head. And the problem with that is you can get into the outcome business and really build a lot of anxiety for yourself. So, you know, what's a belief? It's a thought you keep thinking. So if you have a thought about a specific person or situation that's negative and you continue to think about that, all you're doing is bringing that old vibration, that low vibration, into your current reality. So if you're looking for something new, you have to go out and do something new. You can't just sit and think the same thoughts and expect something new to come into fruition. Now this is interesting because you have the King and the Queen of Cups right in a row here. I do think this for most of you is a love reading. I don't see enough here to tell me it's money or work related. So I do think you are, with this Two of Cups here too, it's a soulmate connection. It's someone that is part of who is a match for you, a vibrational match for you. I think at one point they were not and maybe moved away from you or you moved away from them. And then you had a fresh, clean beginning here with them. So with this Death card, that's you must die to be reborn, right? And so that old relationship had to die because it wasn't going to change in the way that it was. In order to get a new beginning with this person, that you had to let go of your old ways, let go of old ideas. And so here you go. Now with this together, with these three really, this is somebody who you're going to feel like the only person in the room when you're with this person. It's going to be very nurturing. There's not going to be ego in the relationship. If there was before, that's going to be done. There just isn't room for it here. And I think what it was something that just wasn't mature enough to sustain and needed to end, and is coming back and is going to be a brand new beginning with somebody who has grown a lot. And so have you, actually. You both have. So I really like this for you, Pisces, and your Louise Hay. I am worthy of my own love. Write a love note to yourself. What is it that you most need or want to hear? So that's always a good question. Why do I want this? Why do I want this thing to come into my 3D reality? So, all right, that's your weekly reading. Water signs, thank you again for tuning in. I love you, and I'll see you again next week.